So good to see you all. Very good morning. Good morning. Okay, so I suppose yesterday you might have gone back home with some learnings. Okay, and
Yes,
today there are another 3 sessions lined up, one after the other. Okay, and yeah, yesterday even I sat through all the sessions. I found myself that you people are quite interactive, quite participative. Even I'm noting down a few things where I find that you people are contributing something valuable to be to take away. Like even I myself noting a few things here and there. Having taught for 15 to, I mean 20 years, having taught here and several other places, I too feel that this is a very exciting journey. You are never complete as a teacher. As I call it, it's a work in progress all through your life, and you will never give yourself a 10 out of 10 in teaching. That really never happens. Even if a student gives you a 10 out of 10, it is very rare that you yourself would ever give yourself a 10 out of 10. And it's such an exciting process. Look at the kind of new technologies that are emerging, and look at the proliferation of these technologies into our classrooms. Okay, look at the level of our effort in the classroom compared to what we saw. People who all are in they might have seen the 80s and the early 90s. Okay, and how it's a complete 360-degree turnaround when it comes to the classroom engagement. Because it is very, very hard to say that we have grown as teachers. Okay, we are all growing and will continue to grow. And that is how, we have moved from, just chalk and talk based, then we moved on to the PPT and then the case method and relations. Again, then teaching through videos, again, then teaching through movies. Again, then we had this flipped classroom and the blended learning and stuff like that. Okay, but one thing that I observed, that the importance of a teacher in the classroom has not diminished. Okay, it has not diminished even by an iota. I would completely agree with what Dr. Sharma said the other day, and even my other 2 colleagues who spoke half of the day yesterday, that the teacher continues to be the fulcrum. Okay, teacher continues to be the fountainhead of any classroom. Again, now even we are seeing that our students who are locked in their homes, or students who are locked away in some remote corners of the country, okay, even they are restless now to come back. They are not enjoying that solitude. And I on and off talk to them. Some of them, they do call me and then they tell me, sir, it's a very grinding process. They said it's so boring to sit at home. I said, like, you were all craving for online classes, then you were saying the technology has moved rapidly and technology has made our lives so easy. Then what's the point that you are craving for these classes? Why is it that you want to get into the classrooms again and you want to sit through those 90 minutes of boring class lecture that you used to call boring at times? And they said, like, sir, it's all like oxygen. Okay, we get to know the importance of oxygen only when its supply stops. Okay, now we have realized and we have understood that how important it is to be there in the class, physically to be there, to sit alongside the peers. Okay, have this nice cup of chai, and then sometimes taking up a case and talking to the teacher, getting stuck somewhere, going to a friend's room, okay, having those picnic parties. And he said, like, life is so boring staying at home. So then I realized that a teacher continues to be the fountainhead. The teacher continues to be that foundation stone. Okay, so the role of a teacher will not diminish in coming several decades, as I see. Okay, however, technology might improve, but so long the men are there in their flesh and blood, okay, not many things will change in the classroom. That is my understanding. Maybe you can negate me, you can oppose me. If you have a rationale which is stronger than this, definitely you can argue with me, you can debate with me. But then, as I understand, that so long we continue to be hardwired, human beings, we continue to be, the Homo sapiens. Okay, we will continue to honor, respect, and look forward to fellow human beings. And that is how we have all evolved, and that is how perhaps we'll continue to evolve unless there is some, major genetic changes that might just happen in the next 50, 60, 100 years. But as of now, so far your and my generation is concerned, we continue to be the fulcrum of the classroom. Okay, so I suppose, the every day, the 6.5 hours of interactions that we all are having will only make ourselves a little more confident teachers. Well, a learner who is keen to learn and apply it in real life. I was reading a couple of books in the last couple of weeks. Apart from taking my own lecture, and interesting, there are so many theories being written in the last maybe a couple of years, okay, which claims that even if human beings evolve to a next level in technology, okay, their basic biological footprint may not really change over the next 100 years or so. Again, and even if you look at that, what are we all driven by? Okay, even if you look at the basic human psychology and the way we operate, okay, I suppose it hasn't changed in the past 5,000-10,000 years, as I understand, ever since the dawn of civilization. I don't think much has changed. We are still driven by the greed. We are still driven by lust. We are still driven by ambition. We are still driven by victory. Okay, so if you ask me, we still like the bloodbath. Okay, we still believe in encroaching. We still believe in annexing. Okay, so more or less, the vital indicators of human progress remains the same. We are still driven by the same. Okay, so how much has technology changed us? Okay, how much really has technology influenced our lives? Okay, as I understand, and that technology is just a facilitator. Okay, it hasn't really replaced anything. Neither it can in the near future, as I could see. Maybe my great grandsons and maybe thereafter, you might just see some changes here and there. But in a foreseeable future, we will continue to influence generations. Okay, you, I, and each one of us across the board who drops into a classroom with a piece of chalk or maybe with a marker or a PowerPoint presentation, we will continue to influence the generations to come. Okay, I think I have gone overboard. Okay, I just thought of speaking my mind, because yesterday I hardly spoke anything, so I thought maybe I'll speak my mind that where are we headed? What's the future of management education? And what's the role of a teacher? I wanted to have a session on the role of the teacher, but then 5 days and 14 sessions. So I thought, like, let me put brakes to my my aspirations and ambitions of involving a lot of other things. I wanted to have a session on storytelling also, but then that also I had to exclude because I didn't see the scope. Okay, Dr. Sharma, are you there already?
I'm very much there, sir. Getting the loads and loads of wisdom from your
Hey, come
oratory.
on! I was just filling. I was just a filler. Let me tell you. So I didn't speak yesterday much. So I thought, how long can a teacher keep quiet, right? So I thought, let me also give some gyan early in the morning.
I think you are calling it a filler, but everyone would have felt it. There's no doubt about it.
Okay, Dr. Sharma, fine. So handing over to you. Next 90 minutes are all yours.
Thank you, bro.
Okay. So let's continue the journey that we left yesterday. Thank you. Over to Dr. Sharma.
Thanks. Sure. Morning, everyone. I kind of logged in and sir.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, everyone. Morning, everyone. Yeah. A very good morning. So we have something like, say, yesterday we were having some 100 participants and only 68 are there. It looks like I didn't motivate them enough to join us today morning, it seems. Anyway, jokes apart, we were in our discussion about case. and case methodology, and how it can be leveraged in a B school or any other school if you people are interested in say bringing it in some other kind of genre, that is also okay. We had that we saw yesterday. We talked about so what actually is a case, what case is not. I mean, what is not a case that we have seen. What are the core elements that we usually look in a case? So those are reality, originality, and theory, as we can say it. Rot is not a good word, but it works over here. Then we also had a discussion about the characteristic of a good case, and then we were about to move into what is the difference between a normal lecture and a case-based lecture, where they kind of diverge from each other. That is what we were supposed to discuss. So I need to have your opinion about this. Have you read the case that I gave you? Should we discuss that first, or should we discuss some other things right now and then get into the case discussion? I'll leave the floor to you people. Yes,
Sir, case first. Good morning, sir. Case, please. Case. Good morning.
We want to discuss the case first.
Yes, please.
That Robin Hood one.
Yeah, because then what happens if you don't have the time, then we'll be left in between, So
maybe it might just happen that way. You are very right. Spoken like a true faculty. Because,
can be many reasons.
Yeah. So I hope everyone has gone through the case. It's not a long one, so I don't foresee any trouble in finding some 10-15 minutes of your time. Since yesterday we said goodbye to each other, to have a look at it and a few things about it. So what I'll do is I'll keep on asking you questions, and I'll try and share my screen with you, and I'll try and note down the things which are kind of important to take the discussion further, and we'll have an interactive discussion about the whole case, and then we'll see what conclusions we draw from the discussion which we are having about the case. So let me just share my screen and open up a Word file, and then I'll try and do that. Give me a moment, and those who have not gone through the case or still are kind of not have gone through, please uh, do open it and have a look at it. So can you see my screen right now? Is this visible to you people?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm opening a Word file, and I'm opening a blank document. I hope this document is visible to you, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It is visible.
Great. Yeah, great. So, just give me a moment. I'll just put Robin Hood. Are you able to read, or should I increase the font size?
It's fine, sir.
It's fine?
Yeah.
With everyone? Okay. So, let's do this. Okay, so as we can see, there are the first. Let's go by. Actually, whenever we talk about a case, we usually don't have questions at the end of the case. But since we are discussing only one case and we are just beginning, and maybe a few of you are not well versed with the case methodology, so I want to take everyone on board and try and in a very simple manner. Usually, a case don't have questions at the end of the case. You need to figure out the problem. You need to figure out the dilemmas. You need to figure out the cross currents which are there. You need to figure out what is the issue that we need to address. Maybe there are, say, a number of issues which are thrown in a single case. So what is the priority which comes at the end of the day that you have to decide and that you have to address and find out a solution for? Now, a solution A can be very different from solution B, and both right in that particular matter, unless until it's a very, what you call it as a quant oriented case, and there are what you call it as a one kind of solution available for it. So this is a gray area kind of case where you don't come up with a single solution. There is no single truth which we are trying to focus on. There's a layered truth that we are looking into. So from a single truth and a very what you call it as a official authority and a sanctioned mindset or the sanctioned truth, we go to the vagueness of personal responsibility, and we will explore multiple meanings, we'll explore multiple perspectives, multiple interpretation in these kind of cases. But since we have at the end of this case, there are three questions to be addressed. So let's not. Do we want to summarize the case with some points, or should we start with a question? I want your inputs on this. You tell me. Do we want to summarize few points at the top of the case? What are the things that we have noted down, or is it that we want to straight away jump into the questions at the back end of the case? Yes, your inputs on this. Anyone would like to speak?
So let's summarize first.
Okay, let's summarize first. So I'll do that, and I'll keep writing. Someone please keep saying what are the points that I should write over here, and if we are missing anything, I'll try and try and get you over there in some not in a very direct manner, but I'll try and infer a few things and let you know about it. So anyone, please raise your hand and let me know who would like to speak about the points. Yes. Yeah, Archana, Dr. Archana, yeah, please tell me one or two of your points.
So the case is basically talking about Robin Hood's revolt with Sheriff and how they are going to handle about that basically, and his own personal battle which he is talking about in the case.
Okay, so what points I should note down over here on the board if it is a class board, and if I'm or you are a faculty, then what I will write as the kind of brief say.
First could be Robin's own conflict with Sheriff.
Okay, so I'll just put it down as Robin. Sorry. Robin Hood's conflict with the sheriff.
Then the plan of action which they have taken.
Should we write that over here itself, Archana?
No. No.
Yeah. We are just briefing what we know. We are not trying to find out the solution right now. We're just trying to say, come up with some kind of what you call it as the summary of the case over here. Anyone else other than Archana who would like to add a point or two?
Can I say, sir, something?
Please do.
Sir, the problem here is not about the sheriff. The problem is his leadership skills and his internal and external dilemma which he's facing.
Just want to interrupt you over here. We are not discussing right now the problems faced. We are discussing a general, say, summary of a case in 4 or 5 points. So let's not get into the problem part right now. We are solving the questions at the end of the exercise.
Okay, so
so just give me 1 or 2 points which you have say that just pops up in your head the moment you read the case?
So it will be like banditry versus conspiracy, I would say.
Can you be a bit more banditry
Versus
versus conspiracy?
the dilemma.
Can you elaborate a bit more about this one?
See, as we know, this Robin Hood was a bandit, yeah,
Yep.
and now he has either to stick to his what skills he has, or he has to totally change his ideology and being a conspirator against the sheriff. So
Okay.
that's
Okay.
if there's a title given to this case
Acha.
study, I would give it
So you will prefer this kind of a title. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
this is if you it is
Thanks.
that's
Thanks. Anyone else who would like to add one or two more points to this one?
Yeah, good morning, sir. Subrat
Morning. Morning.
Chaudhary here.
Morning, Varman.
And
Yes.
organizing the people to fight against the peril to occupy and take the.
I think there are too many noises coming from different, say, microphones. Could we please mute those who are not speaking? It would be great. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I don't know who was speaking because
Orga,
now I'm on the
organize,
screen. So
yeah,
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 please.
this is Subrat Chaudhary, sir. Good morning,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
And Robin Hood was organizing the people, forming the team to defeat Cyril, and also financing to the group to lead further.
That's a very long point. I cannot put it in, say, a bullet point. I mean, you need to summarize, sum it up in a 3-4 words. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Would it be better? Yes. Or anyone else who could add something, please.
Forming team.
Yes, I'm not getting any inputs from anyone. So, what about, say, don't you think that? Yes, yes.
Sir, reset with it. Reset it.
I don't know why the mics are not mute. Could you please do that to maintain the decorum? Hello, everyone. This is. I mean. Yeah. Hello. Are you able to hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. Thank you. Because I suddenly got no responses, so I was kind of worried where my say voice has gone. Anyway, so any other point? Anyone who would like to add to this one? I remember one. I mean, if I read that case, I get 1 or 2 points immediately. One is the fame or kind of the popularity of the band grew like crazy as the band grew. I mean, the popularity was growing far and wide, and also the band was also growing. So can I put that point? Band's popularity and size was moving north, if I can use the word. I mean, it was increasing. Any other point which comes to you?
So as the size was increasing, the band was turning into a corporation.
They wanted to say they wanted to function like corporation.
Right.
But the discipline slackened and the food became scarce. So can we say as the size grew, the resources depleted and there were organizational issues. Anything else?
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi. Yes.
Dr. Atul Charde from Nagpur. Sir,
Yeah.
group's location is also important.
What is that?
Group's location.
Group's location. And why is it so? And why is it so?
Sir, as the territory, because they changed the route also, the people are trying to change the route. So location, it might be a interior or like a forest. So
Okay.
that's why.
Okay. So what should I write, Mr. Chad?
It
What is
should
the
be,
point that you would like me to say put it over here?
sir, Robin Hood's and the team they have a group. Group's location is also important for collecting the revenues.
So the importance of geographical
Look,
base.
yes,
Is it okay?
yes, sir, yes.
Thank you. Okay, I think we have covered enough of the point. And something needs to change, but what is it that needs to be changed that we need to talk about? And
Sir,
yes,
unauthorized collection of money, taxes.
that is a problem. That is a problem. We'll come to that. We'll come to that. Okay. So let's go to the problems or the dilemmas which the problems or the dilemmas of from the case. So let's see that. Okay. Now tell me anyone from your end who would like to focus on 3 to 4 to 5 problems which are very, very important.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi.
I think this is with regards to increasing size and difficulty in managing. That is one problem that I could see.
Okay. So how we should put it? So the organization is becoming bigger.
Yes.
So that is that a problem?
Managing a
Okay.
huge organization.
Management of huge organization.
Then there is decline in sources of revenue.
Yeah, so we can say a band running out of resources.
Yes.
Okay. What else? Yeah, very good. Anything else?
And there is resistance to change from the people, from the band members.
Okay. Resistance to change. You're from OBHR region, I mean functional area?
Yes, sir.
Because this resistance to change tells me that.
So according to me, it's a decision making, sir.
Let her finish and then we'll talk to you, man. I don't know who's speaking, so
I'm Dr. Uma, and there's one last one which is like change in the external environment. The sheriff becoming more powerful, and the prince also, being very unpredictable. So external environment changes, I could put it.
Yeah, so sheriff is getting stronger, with more men and money. Is it okay? Okay. Anyone else? Thanks, Uma. Let me speak to the gentleman who was speaking. Yeah, please. Any other?
This is Uma.
No, your voice is not clear, man. Whomsoever that is, someone else should give it a try.
Can I say something, sir?
Please do.
Sir, fear of mutiny. Fear of mutiny.
Scare.
Fear, F-E-A-R, fear of mutiny.
F-E-A, fear of mutiny. Fear of mutiny.
Second is his own leadership skills dilemma.
I think this management of huge organization more or less covers that. So leadership is another thing which is there. Yes. What else?
I have another. This is with respect to change in his own strategy.
So change in strategy तो अभी हमने decide किया नहीं ना. I mean, we need to say go through.
No.
That would be the solution.
What he said earlier, what he thought earlier was to fight the sheriff, but then now he thinks that fighting the sheriff is not a good idea after all.
Okay. So I think we can get this more when we are trying to come up with the alternatives, whether what he has decided is right or wrong, or kind of someone may say that what he has decided is completely outlandish. Some may support that particular decision. So maybe we will get into that business once we discuss the solutions to the case, more or less.
Right.
Okay. So any one last point I would like to add? Anything?
Mission of the band was can be a problem, as the initial mission was rob the rich and give it to the poor. So it's not no longer effective to this current situation.
Okay. So is it not covered more or less under the resistance to change?
Yes. Yes, to some extent.
Okay. No, it's all right. That's I mean, say whenever we are trying to put up the points, so there may be what you call it as 10 to 15 points which will come up from different sources from the students. Our job as faculty is to maybe kind of club them together and put them in some minimum number of points, whatever is possible. Because say someone may say food is scarce, and someone may say money is scarce, someone may say something else is scarce. So we can say a band is running out of the resources. So in resources, you can put oblique money, then you can put oblique food, we can put oblique arms and ammunition, so whatever you want to write, depending on what the situation is. Are we getting what I'm trying to say over here, everyone?
Yes,
Hello.
main points, yeah.
Okay. So I think we one big thing that he needs to decide is how to decisively end the conflict with sheriff to retain control. So the aim is to retain control and say deal with sheriff. I mean, in some or other manner. So I'll stop as this problems are concerned. Anyone else? Now, whenever we are looking into this kind of scenario, we have say now looking this Robin Hood and its army as an organization. If we see that, so we see a typical organization which has gone beyond its reach and gone beyond its size. Sometimes a big organization is difficult to handle. It's very, very difficult to handle. And I think the dilemma which Robin Hood is facing is more or less the same kind of dilemmas which organization face when they change the level of scale in which they were operating. So they are comfortable with a small level of scale. to a bigger scale, the competitors changes, the environment around them changes, and then they have to face that situation. So let's try and do a very simple. So what is the next step that we should do in order to know where Robin Hood stand with a sheriff or the kind of army that he's dealing with or he's leading? Anyone else who can suggest what is it that we do next? Would love to hear someone, those who kind of deal with cases and kind of are very well versed with this. Yeah, Archana, you would like to speak? Your hand is up. So I just wanted to know. Okay, I don't see anyone interested in saying anything. So,
can I say something? Can I say something?
Yeah, please.
What I absorbed from this case study is that he has to either stick to his what he had the original mission and vision, or he has to change now, change his whole. It will be a whole change of organization because now they are earlier they were like bandits. Now they are conspiratory, but they will be part of the like political what is say because they will join this group of people who are part of decision making. So they will be end of that one journey that is mandatory, and then they will go into the as a conspirator.
Okay. So I think what you are suggesting is to look within and try and find a course which is suited for us. Is it not that you are trying to say?
Yes, exactly.
So you have to look within and look outside. So I think to look within and to outside the normal, I will not go into the details of strategy and all over here because it's only a 2-page case and doesn't need that kind of. But can we do a SWOT analysis for the Robin Hood team? We can do a SWOT analysis. So what are the strengths? What are the weaknesses? That is internal to me. And then you see the outside world around you. If the army, the people who are kind of becoming more say smart and taking a different kind of a route. So how the ecosystem around me is hurting my team if I'm the Robin Hood. So I'll see I'll try and put it in the internal factors and the external factor. Internal, I can put it as strength and weaknesses, and external, I can put it as opportunities and threats, the positives and the negatives in both the case. So let's do some kind of a SWOT here and give me 2-3 strength, 2-3 weaknesses, 2-3 threats, and 2-3 opportunities. With strength. Let's begin with strength.
Yeah, can I say something, sir? Instead of SWOT, can't we do pestle?
That also is possible. That is also possible. But I want to keep it a bit more simple because there are many people who may not be well versed with what pestle is all about. So I just want to keep it very, very base and simple. Maybe for the next step, if we want to go deeper and dig deeper into it, we can do the pestle analysis as well. Not an issue. So it's not necessary that. Yeah, please do.
So what I understood is that when in the initial time, his army, like the men who were working for him, were his strength, their strength was, the number of people were less, so they were loyal, and it was easy for him to organize things. But later, thing only became the weakness for him as their number went on increasing. It was difficult for him.
Yeah, let's first focus on the strengths part, and then we'll weakness part. Okay. So I'll put your terms over there or the word you just said. I just want to have 1 or 2 words from what you said. Please tell me. Is it Uma or is it someone else?
So this is Vandana Sarangi.
This is okay. This is Vandana. So tell me, Vandana. Sorry, I got your name wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Okay, sir. So it would be people. His people would be his strength.
Okay, so should I say well-trained, loyal fighters?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Well-trained, loyal soldiers, or whatever you want to say. Use the soldiers,
Or workforce
fighters.
also can say with regard to the organization, like in terms of organization, if we say his workforce also we can say.
Yeah, yeah, we can use the term workforce as well. I mean, which is a neutral word. Uh, yes. Anything else as a strength which comes to your mind? Tell me.
Sir, we are talking strength about Robin Hood, or we're talking about what?
Robin Hood. Robin Hood. We are focusing on Robin Hood as an entity. Our protagonist in this sense is Robin Hood. I mean, you may look at Sheriff as the protagonist, but the whole case, if I see the protagonist, to me is Robin Hood.
So trust from his teammates, like trust factor.
Yeah, I think this loyal words takes care of that trust factor.
One of the
Trained, trustworthy, loyal. Yeah, I think that covers it. Anything else?
So well organized.
So what do you think of Robin Hood as a leader? Was he a weak one? Was it a strong one? Was it a very motivating one? What is it?
Yeah, he was a motivating and strong leader. So he could motivate. He had a control over
strong leadership. Can we put it? Strong and what you call it as motivating leadership. I would, yeah.
Sir, ready to experiment. That was his strongest point. He was accepting the change, ready to accept the change.
So strong, motivating. Should we add one more thing? Was strong, adaptable, and motivating leadership.
Exactly.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Does it cover it? Okay, great. So one more strength I would have, and then we'll move on to something else. Someone else, please. Those who have not spoken, I would love to hear them. Anyone?
Sir, Dr. Atul here.
Hi, Doctor. Hi, Atul. Tell me.
Sir, manpower, sir. He has enough manpower.
I think well-trained, loyal soldiers, fighters, workforce, that is what the manpower is all about. We covered it.
And another one is division of work, sir.
Okay, division of work. So strong, adaptable, motivating leadership. Okay, I'll put that division of labor kind of a thing, which was another strength which they had. Okay. Anyone last thing, which I think we are missing out on one important thing.
Sir, is it support from local people, sir?
Yes, very good. Who is this? Who is this gentleman?
Dr. Umapati, sir.
So great. I mean, definitely everyone I think must miss this point. Support from what you call it as a stockholders. I mean, if I can use the word, or stakeholders, which is more neutral in the sense. So they are kind of peasants and farmers who were opposed to sheriff. Is it okay if I put it like this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so thank you. So I think we covered most of our base as far as strength is concerned. Let me go to the weaknesses. I will just wait for your inputs now. Yes. Are we able to see everything, or should I increase the size or the font, or कुछ करूं मैं कि सब आपको दिख रहा है?
दिख रहा है सर.
तो size wise like this or something. चलिए weakness की बात करते हैं.
The weakness would be increasing size.
Very good. So, unable to sustain the increase in scale and size, है ना? Organization थोड़ा हल गया है. Because of limited resources, we noted it up in the summary as well.
Yeah.
So resources can be food, money, and arms and things like that. Any other?
So the problem would be the weaknesses, like resistance to change, as Madam said. That would be a
yes. Resistance to change can be another weakness. One more weakness I would love to listen from someone. If you can point out. So if you read the case, you will see one more weakness which was there, which was becoming because the organization was becoming bigger. Earlier, he used to know everyone with their first name. है ना? Right?
Control and understanding
Discipline,
the.
sir.
Yes,
so I would say lack of familiarity and control over the whole army. Is it the right words? Are these the right words? Lack of familiarity and control over the whole army men or the workforce, as we have used it earlier. Any other weakness which comes to your mind? Otherwise, we can go to the.
Would be, I think, stronger.
Come again? I couldn't hear you properly.
Sir, it could be stronger. Can it be strong competitors? Like when his workforce started deteriorating, the competitors.
Hello. Who is this who is speaking?
Sir, this is Vandana.
Vandana. So Vandana, let me tell you one thing. The moment you talk about competitors, you are going out of the organization. So वो weakness नहीं है, वो threat है.
जी sir.
Yes. जो बाहर है पॉजिटिव वो अपॉर्चुनिटी है, जो बाहर वीकनेस है वो हमारा थ्रेट है, जो अंदर है वो SW में आएगा,